Oh, no.
There he is.
See, I thought he'd be on Zoom, so we wouldn't have to worry about canceling Flyers in 50 and me looking you in the eyes.
Right.
We have the NBA draft tonight. What are we talking about pucking it up for tonight?
What do you mean? I got my big board in front of us here.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with this cord here? I can't hear anything.
Oh, no.
Is his mic on, Fritz?
The mic's on.
Yeah, the
he's very
mic's
loud.
on. Yeah.
He's very loud.
Yeah.
Am I?
You hear yourself now,
Yeah, I
Mr.
got it.
Beats?
I got it.
All
Here
right.
we go. What's wrong with the beats?
No, nothing.
So
Nothing.
good, man.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. We have Puck It Up T-shirts now available.
Oh, wow. Can people buy them?
Yes, they can at breakingt.com/WIP.
What is, you are.
This is unbelievable.
You are a Lakin Trojan horse.
You really are.
You realize he's a Lakin Trojan horse. That's what he is. That's an XL.
Well, this is for one eye grease.
Nice.
I only have one. It's like the
I have a
Fanatic
T-shirt.
The Fanatic T-shirt toss. Say, there you go, Ike.
Love it,
There you go, Ike.
God.
By the way, the correct term would be a Lakin creation.
A Lakin creation.
Yeah.
That's
What'd
what
you
it
call
is.
it, Fritz?
Alliteration. The Lakin creation.
I like Trojan horse because he comes in as Brodes, but inside there's Lakin, the surprise attack.
Right.
Anything else you have to sell?
Ringbellbook.com.
Yeah,
Ringbellbook.com.
There
We're
you
always
go,
plugging.
Brodes.
I'm a team player.
Good T-shirt, man.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
nice.
I like
Remember, don't forget about it. BreakingT.com/WIP.
Okay, jeez.
Now, how do you want to do this? Because I need to geek out a little bit. I got to be honest with you. This might be slow, methodical, real detailed.
It could be as long as you could fit it in 50 seconds.
No. 50 seconds per prospect, I was thinking. I could run through the whole board. Here's the
You
thing.
scream slow and methodical, by the way.
Yeah, that's you.
True.
Yeah.
True. Slow with everything I do.
Yeah.
I have 3 on my big board. How do you want to
Okay.
do this? You can
That's fine.
dissect it the way you please.
Okay, the Flyers. Okay, can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
And this is your NHL big board, not the NBA big board, right? You don't have a big board for tonight.
I don't have one for tonight.
Okay.
If I thought about the bit better, maybe I should have come prepared.
It's funnier for you to pick the basketball players, but whatever. Okay, so here we go. So my question for you, and your 3 guys that you have for the Flyers are picking 6th. So this is a big board of guys you think could be available at 6. It's not your overall NHL big board, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So the way I have this lined up is I have one stretch where I pray he falls, and if he does, that is the clear-cut, obvious, you make it happen.
Okay.
Then I have the one where, wow, that would be really nice, and there is a good chance of him being here. And then I have this is probably the most realistic option of the 3.
All right, your fallback school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like when you're applying to college.
There you go.
All right. Well, I'll hit the thing.
Okay.
And then we'll just go.
Flyers in 50 with Hunter Brody.
Let's start with the big Swede, Anton Frondell. 6'1", gotta have size up the middle. He's playing professionally in Sweden. Might be off the board early, but NHL.com says, quote, build like a military tank. If that's not somebody you want on line 1, then you're drunk. How about this? He's getting compared to Barkov in Florida, the guy who sets the tone, winning cups back-to-back as the leader of men in that Panther locker room. Again, 1C, really good in small areas, very dangerous. Big body, able to play physical, and he gets up on the forecheck so he can separate puck from body when he's in the offensive zone. Number 2 on the list.
Hold on. Can we ask about all of them? Or actually, you don't have to do it in 50 seconds. Jack, should we all react to each one and ask
that sounds like a
questions?
made-up player.
Yeah,
That's not a real name.
Yeah, and the Barkov guy, I've never even heard of him.
What do you mean you don't know Barkov?
Michael Barkan?
Yeah. The NBC Sports Philly guy, Barkan? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, they're drafting Michael Barkan with the 6th overall pick. I could see him out there dangling with the filthy mitts.
Okay, so what are the odds this guy is still there at 6?
Not very likely, unfortunately.
Okay, is he probably going to go top 2, top 3?
I think he probably goes in that 3-4 range, but we've seen crazy things happen during the draft, so all he has to do is slip. Or what if
Trade
Danny
up.
shows his big stones?
Trades up.
Trades up.
There we go. Do we have stuff to trade up? Do we have other picks we can trade?
Do we have picks to trade up? We got 7 in the first 2 rounds. You paying attention to anything I say?
Yes,
Wednesdays
yes.
at 3:30.
I was setting you up.
Oh, okay.
7 in the first 2 rounds? Come on, Danny.
Danny!
Let him hang.
Let's go, Flyers!
Just get to the next player.
Okay, well, hold on. What's this guy's name? Swarthen?
Anton Frondell. He's
Okay.
a big Swede.
Sounds like a cheese.
I got a Swede, I got an American, and I got a Canadian.
I can already tell you who I'm going to like.
Yeah.
All right, who's your second guy?
Are we going to hit the sounder again, or am I just going?
Yeah, just
Nah,
go.
just go.
Okay. James Hagens. Now, you're going to like this, Spike, because his comp is Jack Hughes.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
Boston College kid, all right, played for the U.S. National Development Program, point per game as a freshman. And as the season player, he was supposed to be projected number 1, and he started to slip a little, and others started to dance above him. So at one point, though, the NHL world said this is going to be the number 1 overall pick. And now it's like, hey, we might be flirting around with that at the 5th or the 6th spot, I should say. So 5'11", on the smaller side.
But is he a fast guy?
Fast guy, very good in open space. You give him the puck on his stick when he's moving those thighs.
Yeah.
You're going to see some creative offensive zone odd man rushes that are going to make your fancy tickled.
Well, if he's being compared to Jack Hughes is a fun guy to watch.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We may have a Jack Hughes 2.0 here if they go James Hagens from Boston College.
Is he an American?
He's an American.
That's my guy.
He's a national development program. He broke Kucherov's single tourney record
Oh,
for
wow.
most points.
We're just going to bring that up.
Kucherov.
At U18 World Juniors.
Yeah, we were going to ask if he broke Kucherov's record.
That's right.
Can I
Yeah.
ask a question?
Yeah.
Sure.
How many picks do we have?
We have 7 in the first 2 rounds.
7 in the first 2
No,
rounds.
now I'm a little
lot of-
disappointed. Like I said, this 3 minutes. No one listens to
Yeah,
what I
we're
have to say.
listening.
During Flyers at 50, and it's pissing me off.
Well, I was tweeting out that you were on right now.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
thanks,
yeah.
guys.
Trying to sell your
Thanks,
stupid
guys.
t-shirt.
Yeah, by the way, the t-shirt's
No, yeah,
breakingtees.com/WIP.
Okay.
You
All
kind of
right.
remind me more when we do this. Doesn't he remind you of Kramer?
Yeah, he's got some Kramer and Sam Kinison energy.
Everyone
Oh, definitely
says Sam.
says Sam Kinison,
Everyone
yes.
says Sam.
Never heard of him.
Oh,
Well, I
man.
actually went back to the tape, all right, and
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I see some similarities,
Yeah.
and I'm not happy about
Or
it.
hear some
You still hear,
similarities.
yeah,
Yes.
it's the loud peak in the
Yes.
voice, you know.
Yeah.
He goes from talking normal to which I guess.
All right.
Well, we got one more Canadian.
Yeah, but
Okay.
hold on. The number 2 guy is his name again?
James Hagens.
James Hagens. All right, he's my guy. All right, who's number 3?
Number 3 is Caleb Deon. You got to throw a little Canadian. You
I
like
like
that?
that
I knew
name.
you were going to like that.
I don't like that.
Caleb Deon. You like that?
Desjardins?
Yeah, ooh, yeah, see what I'm talking about here? 6'2" center. So again, got the size. Played in the Q last year, just racked up about 84 points. How about it? Listen,
Played in the what?
He played
Q.
in the Q. The QMJHL. It's
Okay.
Quebec.
Okay.
Quebec junior hockey.
Okay.
Tore it up. Great habits in the D zone, they say. Can support the puck, doesn't cheat at all, so he's able to
He meant to hit. You said D zone, and I'm sure he meant to hit something.
dose of
Yeah,
D.
There we
that's
go.
good.
The D zone is very important. You got to be structured in the D zone, or you cannot create a good breakout.
Okay.
All right. So thinks the game at a high level and creates by attacking with speed, but can also pull up with great vision. And that's Caleb Deon.
And he will likely be there at 6.
Yeah, I think he's got a shot. I think
Okay.
he's got a shot.
All
Then
right.
you got the honorable mentions, which I'm sure you guys want me out of here. So, the Jake O'Briens.
No.
The Porter Martones.
No.
Porter
He's
Martone?
He's a wing, though. So, Danny wants to go up the middle. Big up the middle guy right now. We're very thin.
I hear what you're talking.
Yeah.
No, that's a thing. He wants a centerman.
Yeah,
you got to
you-
play strong up the middle.
Yeah, D zone up the
No,
middle.
I swear
I've
to
been
you,
doing
these
this
are
a long time.
I swear to you, these are just standard
hockey
hockey terms.
Okay.
You got to play smart in the D zone. You got to have strong centermen that play up the middle. These are legit.
For real.
Yeah.
By the way, the Trevor Seagrass guy seems soft, Brodes.
Who?
The Seagrass kid.
Who?
Was that his name? They
No.
traded for the other
This
day?
thing doesn't work
Oh,
again.
that-
Nothing ever works when I'm here.
Jack said the kid they traded for the other day.
Oh, Trevor Zegras?
Yeah,
Hold
seems
on.
soft. He said
Yeah.
he seems
He
soft.
seems soft.
Yeah. Oh my God. What a
You
disaster.
shut your
this
mouth
is.
over there.
Oh,
You
wow. Soft.
shut your mouth.
He does.
What do you know?
I was watching some puck.
Yeah, please, when?
You see the skill.
He
right?
took my stick out in the lobby and he goes, "What's this called?" It's a freaking toe drag. Everybody knows what a toe drag is. Yet you're now Mr. Hockey.
I had a nasty wrister back in the
I'm gonna have
day.
to drop the mitts. I'm gonna have to drop the
Are you going
mitts.
to fight everyone at the Puck It Up draft party?
Dude, this Puck It Up draft party is going to be so packed. You're
Let's
going to be
talk about that.
you're going to be a sardine in there.
Yeah.
20,000.
20,000 at Chickies in Glassboro.
That's right.
Yep.
Do I have any parking? Well, if I come, will I
Yeah,
have a parking
yeah,
spot?
yeah. What about me?
Well, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You got to have your T-shirt though to get in.
What time?
I'll have it on. I'll wear it Friday.
No, by the way, people have asked. All jokes aside, there is no ticket because I did the invitation thing. One of those episodes.
Right, no
here.
tickets.
There's no tickets. It's all open to
Yes.
the public.
So Friday night, 7 o'clock at Chickies Glassboro is the Puck It Up draft party. So here's my question. So I got to leave Chickies in South Philly. I got to walk the dogs and feed them and then go to Glassboro.
Wow.
When do we think the Flyers are going to pick? Is the first pick like 7:10 or does that when the broadcast starts?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a great question.
You still don't know.
No. I mean, you think I'm worried about if we're getting James Hagens? I'm not worried about the 10 minutes when
Can
the
you
thing
tell us
starts.
how many minutes there are between the picks?
That's a good. Ask Google. Ask AI. AI is your answer for everything.
Wow.
Dude, this is a
You're
life.
supposed to be our expert.
This is a life-changing. Again, Elliot's supposed to be an expert too. He's out here saying the Ace Bailey's Kevin Durant.
Nobody
What the hell is
thinks
that
he's
supposed
a
to mean?
Sixers expert.
Well,
And he thinks
yeah.
the Lions are a historical franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here? This guy gets paid.
He does.
This guy gets paid money.
He does.
Well, did
And he
you hire?
dresses well.
Did you hire him?
I did hire
Well,
him.
then who's the problem here?
Well,
Who's the problem?
I was gone for 3 years, and it became whatever this is. So, all
Well,
right.
what
bro.
would you do with me if you were in charge?
Oh no, I've been you.
Yeah.
I'd like you for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he's
Yeah.
just blowing smoke up the rear end or not.
Fritz and I used to send your YouTubes. I'd be like, this guy's a lunatic, but there's something there.
How about that?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get you a shirt.
Yeah,
I'm going to
well-
have to get you a shirt.
Yeah.
At one point, you are our Igor Slahag, whatever name you're going to make up next.
Yeah. Slormanine Parlagovovitz.
Yeah.
The disrespect, like, it's unbelievable.
Well, we had a guy. Who was our guy? Vladimir Smirnov.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes,
Wait a
our
minute.
expert.
Francisco Rojas
Yeah.
thought he was real and started Googling his
That
stats.
makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds like
That
a
checks
real
out
thing.
the front.
He
Yeah.
was Googling his stats,
Yeah.
couldn't find them.
Yeah, seems like a thing Fred would
Who
do.
would you have more confidence in? Francisco Rojas or Johan Rojas?
Oh, Johan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johan, too, even on a 2-0 count.
Yeah, you think Fred might take that pitch, you know. All right, Brodes. Well, excellent job. As
Thank you.
always. We're very excited for the Puck It Up draft party, which is Friday,
Yeah, they're
Chickies,
excited for it.
Glassboro, and the new Puck It Up t-shirts, which you can get at breakingt.com/WIP.
Yeah, you didn't even have to write it down.
All proceeds go to Brodes.
Yeah.
Everything goes to
Actually-
Brodes. I don't think they go anywhere.
That's a great point.
Yeah, we don't know where the
I'm
proceeds
about
go.
to have a huge conversation with Mr. Rod. That's
Yeah,
two
well, that's
doors
what
down.
I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. The guy is just you got to
Yeah.
ask questions
Yeah,
if
you're
he's
right.
going to make you the Trojan horse or
Wow.
the Lakin creation. Lakin
Yeah.
creation.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't think that's alliteration.
No.
Yeah,
Close enough.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
All right, go
I don't
Sixers.
really know what alliteration
okay.
is.
Go Sixers.
Well, who's your guy tonight, bros? I need your breakdown.
I want VJ.
VJ.
Actually, it's hashtag anyone but Ace. If you want the nip, we can get the nip.
Yeah.
If you want VJ, if you want any of these guys, I'm cool with it. I just don't want to deal with the nonsense. You know,
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal
It'd be
with the
fun to
nonsense.
do shows about, though.
Yeah, but I want quality basketball. I know you don't look at me as a hoopsman. I love hoops. I need basketball back in my life.
Okay.
Give me
All
a
right.
7 o'clock Sixers tip and a 10:30 Flyers Ducks on
come
the West
on.
Coast.
This is disgusting.
Yeah.
Remember when Brodes broke down that out of bounds play by Tom Thibodeau?
That was a great play. Slipped right to the 3-point line.
All right, okay.
And he was standing in the corner. They double teamed.
Turn his mic off.
It was a
Turn
good
his mic
slip
off.
to the outside.
Turn his mic off. All right, good job, Brodes. There he is, our
Oh,
friend
man.
Brodes. Are you? And you're on tomorrow night,
man.
right? You're on tomorrow night, 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Brodes81 on Twitter.
Good job, brother.
What a lunatic.